And my second one is, how do you feel about, I was reading about an amendment to the Constitution that was proposed back in the 70s, 80s, 90s, and now. It's been shot down all the time, but it's about making so the federal government has to run a neutral or positive balance for its budget. How do you feel about that?
I guess I can answer it probably easiest to say that I co-sponsored the balanced budget amendment.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Awesome, thank you.
And a line item veto.
Cool.
And on the pork issue, I never offered any pork because in fact, the requests come from the local community. They come from the colleges, the community colleges, the local units of government, the airports, you name it. Arts, fine arts centers, and whatever else. And we would go through every request. These are legislative directed requests. And we would rate them or throw them out. Some are so no, we're not going to do this. Other requests we'd say is legitimate. Airport project here in Battle Creek, or in Jackson and in Battle Creek, with transportation dollars from aviation fuel tax dollars to be used for a purpose to expand, say, a parallel runway for the Air National Guard and for the International Trade Zone and for Western Michigan University Flight School and Duncan Aviation, et cetera, is a legitimate use of those tax dollars that were put into aviation projects. So I would introduce those, or for a project for Peckham Industries up in Delta Township, or Demer Corp for a V-bottom armored hull for our troops, that we would contract to produce those. Yeah, I offered those. I have signed a pledge with, I think, all of the Republican members of the House Conference right now, and a number of candidates, that we will voluntarily put a moratorium on any type of earmarks. We will offer none, even the good ones. Now, Mark Schauer would decry that and say, well, how can you get anything for the district? Well, I contend I got more for the district at less expense than he's done by pork barrel. He made a statement in a mailer he sent back to all of us in the district where he said, I fought for the taxpayer in opposing $250 million of taxpayer-funded pork. You saw that. And he listed them. They were pork. And they came in the amendments that I used to offer, and Jeff Flake from Arizona, John Campbell, and others from California would offer, clearly trying to take pork out of the budget. And the Democrats never let any of them pass. But we put them up to make a point, and to get some Democrats on record for opposing good amendments like that. Well, Mark was given the permission from the Speaker, go ahead and vote for any ones you want. They're not going to pass anyway, but then vote for the budget, which he did. And so for all $250 million of pork that he crowed about voting against in those amendments, he voted for in the budget. On the alternative, I had a project, that airport parallel runway project at Battle Creek, that was in the transportation budget. I had worked it into the budget, through committee, both houses, but I voted against it in the House and in the Senate passed version, the final version, because it had earmarks in like the bridge to nowhere and all of the rest of the 6,000 pork barrel earmarks. But I still got the project, still got the funding, it still went through. And that's what I said I would do. I would not be blackmailed into voting for all this pork in abuse of the taxpayer just to get a project for myself. Now that means I have to be a better salesman, I have to have more strategy, whatever it takes. But the American public doesn't want to abuse this